Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So we are going to do an ATC card, and I'm going to show you very inexpensively how to do a background, use your acrylic paints, and just start out. So we're going to do a cute little girl we'll do on it since spring's coming and all. And I'm just going to show you very quickly because I know a lot of you are afraid to draw faces or don't know how and are nervous. So I thought, okay, let's try this. Let's try this like an odd little girl. So we have this is 2.5 by 3.5 inch. That's your normal ATC artist trading card size. You can cut it out of any kind of paper that you have. This just happens to be one of the kits that you can buy, you know, where they're already cut up. I have sitting here, and I just have some acrylic paints. They're just regular acrylic paints, whatever you have. And these are two, you can get these at your local arts and crafts store, and also you can find these sometimes at the dollar store. So always keep your eye open. The first place I go to the dollar store is their arts and crafts section, because sometimes they get like packages from maybe companies that they're not selling anymore and that kind of thing, and you can get these. Now, what would you use this for? I'm going to show you different ways to use it. Just for a quick background, maybe you have something like this sitting around. It depends on what you have. You can use things around the house, but that'll be a different video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start dark, which I normally don't do, but that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm just going to take, this is just Castaway in folk art, not a big deal. And let's see, come on, baby. I'm just going to squirt a little bit of it out, not a lot. I'm going to take, maybe we'll use this one right now. No, you know what we'll do? I know what we'll do. Let's paint the background. Let's just take some of this, and we're just going to paint the background. If you want to leave some white showing, you can. Not a big deal. And I'm just going in. Not a big deal, not anything that takes any type of talent at all. Okay, and let's say, a little tip here, if you are, you know, you have a little bit of the paint left, just take a little bit of water, and you can water it down, which you can do in the beginning as well if you want to save some paint. There's not a thing wrong with that. And you can kind of go in and go over some of those whites just to thin it out a little bit. Okay. Let me tell you guys that on my other channel, Our Adventures, I'll link it down below. Dave did a really nice video of a place called Batstow in New Jersey. It's a historical place, and he goes through like all of it, and it's set to music. It's beautiful. The music's beautiful. I'd really appreciate it if you guys would go check it out. Like I said, the link will be down below and at the end of the video. Please go check it out and leave us a video and let us know what you think, because we'd love to do more of these, and we'd love to do more family vlogs and stuff like that. And I might even do the keto on there, because I know some of you don't like the keto on the, you know, on my art channel, or, you know, what my stuff is. So please go check it out and let me know, so I can, you know whether we should do keto on there or on here, because I'm kind of torn. Now I'm just going to wipe it. And like I said, it's so pretty there. And we love doing those kind of things. So let me know what you guys think. And I'm just drying it real quick with my heat gun. I'm not going to dry it a lot. Now listen, if you don't have a heat gun, use your hair dryer. If you don't have a hair dryer, go to your local Goodwill. You can get it for $2-3 bucks. Easy. Use it for your dryer, or just leave this sit. Acrylic paint dries so fast. But look, see the different like texture I got just from, and I didn't squirt water on here. I squirted it on here and just kind of wiped, you know, put it on there and wiped it off. And now we got some texture that, guess what, right? You don't even really need to do much for. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to take a lighter color. And I think I'm going to just go in with like a, this is called Succulent. Oh, it's like a light green. There's gray. Let's try this first. And I'm going to squirt a little bit out, just like that. And what I'm going to do is take my paintbrush, and I'm just going to kind of mix it around. Now you can water it down a little bit if you want. I'm not going to at the moment. I'm not going for a full stamp kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? But you see what I'm doing? You can use a paper plate. If you want, you can just go in and paint on where you want as well. Just depends on what you want to do. We'll start this way and then I'll go and stamp the next. You can see I'm not worrying about getting it on the whole thing. Apparently I'm not in, I don't know what the heck happened. I must have hit it. Okay, and what I'm going to do is just go, now this is big, so it doesn't have to be this big. It can be whatever size you have. And this is all I'm doing. I'm just adding a little bit of texture, not worrying about it, and only having a foam stamp or one stamp. Like I said, it could be any stamp you have. You know, gives you some variety. I'm just going in, and I'm going to go like that, okay? You don't have to throw it at the end like that, but you know. I usually do not wipe off my stamps or stencils because I'm a pig, but I just don't have patience. But you can definitely go in, spray some water, put it, some people go and get one of those cheap things from the dollar store, bins, and put water in it, and as they do their things, they throw their paintbrushes and stamps and all that kind of stuff in it, just so it doesn't dry on there and all, and then at the end they empty it out. I would have that bin sitting here, the dogs would be drinking out of it, the cats would be bathing in it, you know what I'm saying. So this is what we're doing. So yeah, so then I'm just gonna, you can wipe it off. Like I said, if you're using a plate or a, whatever you have. Okay, let me show you. And you see, we just have a little bit of texture. You know what would have been cool too, which I didn't think of till just now, is using some metallic silver or champagne color. That would have been pretty. Okay. Now here's where you can do one of two things. Let me just take my little paper pad here real quick. Instead of getting a big piece of paper, I'm just going to do this. Sometimes I'm going to tell you, if you're starting out or you're nervous or you're doing ATC cards and you're not like sure, using a big piece of paper can be intimidating. So if you use a smaller piece, you know, I mean, you can see obviously it's way bigger than this, but sometimes what I'll do is I will go in and just lightly sketch, and you could do this on a piece of printer paper or whatever, and then I will cut it out so I can have an idea, and you can see it's nothing too fancy, just so I have an idea of, oh, okay, that's about as big as I can, you know, I can get. So I don't want to go much bigger than this because it'll be too big for the ATC card. Some people like to go and paint on here, which that's what I would do. Other people like to draw and then place it. So that's what I'm going to do today. Very simple. Let's do a girl with glasses on. No, I have to turn it this way today. I'm having a really big day today. I have another migraine and my eyes are a little off. It's no big deal. But all you're going to do, that's why this is sideways. Otherwise I'd do it straight. We're going to go in and we're just going to do a round face. Okay. And I'm going to start by putting a line down here for the mouth. I don't know how well you can see this. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. That's about all we're getting. Okay, hopefully you can see this. I'm going to go start at the one corner of the line, go up and just make an M like that. I know this is small, and I'm going to start here and just do that. Very simple. The nose, we ain't going in hard. We're just doing a little boop. No big deal, right? A little boop. Now up here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, and this is just how I do it. You can start whatever way you want to do. But I'm going to go in, I'm going to put above the nose, I'm going to put a line like this. Then what I'm going to do is put a big there and a big circle there. No eyes. These are going to be our sunglasses. And then, you know, you can do the little ear things, but we're going to put hair, so no big deal. So then I like to go in for hair, and you do hair whatever way you want. Sometimes I do it real curly and big, sometimes whatever. So I'm going to go, because I always have a part here for whatever reason. And then I'm just going to very lightly do some hair down like this, some hair down like this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with an eraser. I don't have a smaller eraser here, but these are the little gummies that you can just pull apart. And I'm going to erase some of this head lines. roll it up again. And we're going to paint it, so it's not a big deal. Okay, just to see. And then with my part here, which I can still see, I'm going to just kind of give her this kind of hair, right? Just for now till I get on there and paint. We can make this bigger, smaller, it doesn't matter. I think you're picking up what I'm putting down. And what I'll do is I'm going to go over it with dark so you can see it, okay? And then you can, you know, you could play around if you want to make this part different or whatever, but we're kind of doing this. So then I'm going to go in with a marker that does not, that is permanent. And I'm going to trace everything because that's just how I do it. I want it to be a little bit graphic today because I'm feeling fancy. And you can see I'm kind of just adding as I go. I'll do her little nose. I'll follow the lips. Maybe add a little pizzazz. Who knows? Just add these glasses. Okay. Now you can see her. Oh, gotta do her little. Okay. So while that dries, because it is permanent, you know, I can go over it with water, but archival, but you know, it's still got to kind of dry for a minute. And I'll usually use the heat gun, but I'm just going to do a little. So I'm going to put her. So I know that her head will be around there. Then I'm just going to do a little. I like to do little necks, but I think because I have a big football neck, I like to do small necks. So I'm just going to do that. And then I could probably do it with the marker so you can see better. We'll just do a little neck. And then I like to do, like, she got a little dress on. Very simple, right? And then just, look at that. Hello? Okay, fine. So now what I'll do, while that's still drying, I'm going to go in and cut it out. And the shapes are very simple. You don't have to do it exactly, obviously. You can make her hair straight. I just kind of go in and, you know, but you do you, boo. You know what I'm saying? Look at me go. Okay. And you see, it's not rocket science. If I can do it, you can do it. I say it all the time. And then if you want to cut out the background and all, you could be really fancy and do that stuff. But I'll just do a little bit. But you don't have to. I leave it like that, and then I'll paint it blue or whatever the background is. Or sometimes I'll just make it her hair. Do you know what I mean? Like make it the same color as the hair. But I'm just going to show you if you want to cut it out. I'm not going to cut the other side out. But I just put a little hole, you know, and just use the best that you can. You can use an X-Acto knife, you could do, but you see what I'm saying? And you could go in more. I'm not, because really, why? If you want to cut the little, okay. So you see, very simple. Now, I'm going to go in with my glue stick. Not even going in hard. I'm going in, I'm throwing a softie, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just need a softball. And I don't know, is that what they're called? What are they called? Not a curveball. I don't know. Okay. If Emily was here, I'd ask her. Okay, so I'm just going in. Now I would probably do this on, you know, a piece of paper or something, scrap, because what's going to happen is your ATC, if you're like me, maybe you're fancy and you could do this, but Mod Podge, you can use white school glue, PVA glue, whatever you have, whatever glue stick you have, it's all good, baby, all good. Okay. Now, I'm going to put her so her dress is here. I like to do a little sideways so she's not in the middle, but look, again, it's yours. Okay. You can kind of maneuver it a little bit, but just push it down. So you can see I got a little glue on there. I'm not worried about it, but look. So now that looks very graphic, right? Like very, like we did a cartoon. And I'm just going to, but we're going to erase the pencil marks. So I'm going to go in. And let's erase. And as you erase, it'll help also burnish this down a little bit better. Okay. Now, here's where you get to make decisions. I mean, look how cute, right? And you can do it better with the eyeglass. It doesn't matter. I swear when I wear sunglasses, one's higher. I don't know. I look, I'm like, oh, I try to fix it. It gets worse. It doesn't matter. So now you can make this, you can leave this very white and graphic, and you can take your marker again and you can like go over and trace these lines and make, I mean, might leave it like this, but you don't have to. Then you can go in and I'll just take a little bit of skin color acrylic paint. Yes, you can make your own color skin paint. It doesn't matter. You know, whatever you have. You can use colored pencils. You can use your markers. You can use crayons. Please, this is about having fun. This isn't about, you know, putting it into the museum this is just about having fun. Do it in your art journal. Do it on a little canvas. Do it on a piece of cardboard. I am the cardboard queen. I save it. I use it for everything. I love to paint on it and do giveaways or send them to people because, you know, it's lighter than sending canvas, cheaper than canvas, and I love to practice and play. Now, because this marker is permanent, which means you can use a Sharpie, I mean, do you know what I mean? It's not going to smudge. So because I am the way I am, my brain, and that's a whole other video, I just like to be able to not worry. I like to paint and then I can go over it. Okay? Look at me go. Look at me. She's Picasso today. You know I am. Okay, so that's it. Right? Skin color done. Maybe you want to have a real white. Maybe that's all you have. Maybe you want white and add just the teeniest bit of red or pink, and it doesn't matter. But now you do whatever you want. Now let's do we'll do a little yellow here. Oh, I'm almost out of this yellow color. Not shaking for me. And I'm doing yellow because of the blue. I mean, just to make it pop a little bit. And I will go back and trace. Yes, these are for people who do ATCs all the time, and boy, oh boy, are they beautiful. And I love building. Like, I love doing layer after layer, and I have little gems and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how long I'm going to stay on here. Maybe one day I'll do a live stream and we'll do like an ATC together. Like step by step, and I can use rhinestones and all kinds of fun stuff. But for today, this is what we're doing. But yeah, you can definitely do layers. But I mean, for some of us, we're just starting out and you might not have layers. You might not have stuff to do layers, you know? So you see where I cut out here? Well, you know, I'm going to go in and I'll probably paint over this where I cut out just to show you. And just look what you could do. And I'll do it on the other side so you could see better. You just make it like her hair's going in there, like she had, like the back, you know, if her hair's longer. Nobody knows. Nobody cares. You guys keep asking me about ATC swaps. I do have a group called All Things Creative. The link will be down below on Facebook. I don't know if everybody's on Facebook. Let me know down below, because maybe we could do something else where we could do swaps, but maybe you don't like, I know a lot of people don't like to be on Facebook. But we can maybe do some swaps. I know you guys keep asking me, but my group does do swaps, and they have themes and all. So if you're interested, check out the link below. If you click the little description link down there, that's where you'll find the other video for Batsta that I'm talking about. You can find my All Things Creative group on Facebook. You can find my email. You can find everywhere else I am on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram. Everywhere is down below. My Etsy, like everything's down below. So if you ever want to know anything, that's where it's at. All right, so this color, let's do this little pink. This is called Cameo Blush. You guys can always probably tell that my favorite colors because I always use them over and over, but that's all right. Now this is where you could really have fun. You could paint this, and now you can go on and doodle. Doodle her dress, doodle the background, doodle whatever you want, you know, and just really have fun and make it yours. This is just a very basic template. Should I do her again and put her on my website for you guys to go download and use? If you guys want to be able to play and use it and use it in your art journal and on your ATCs and stuff so you guys can play and learn, or you let me know down below what you guys want. I am easy going. Okay. Okay, so you see, very simple, very easy. Now the glasses. Well, there's a million ways you can do it. I might take, let me see what I got. Let me see if I have any of my metallics behind me here. What do we have? Where are you? I don't think you're metallic. And I'm not going to keep you here forever while I do this. So let's do something different. So let's make her glasses. Let's do gray. Just because, you know, they can be. But you can use silver. Like I said, I don't have it sitting here. I thought I put it out, but I didn't. That happens. You can also take your black marker and do the black as well. But I'm going to go a little gray. And then I'll outline it. Oh, too much gray, Cal. Too much gray. Got excited about the gray. Okay. But imagine doing like a metallic where you could get the shine, right? Like, so it's like shining back. It's just I didn't think about it. That's all right. That's all right. That's okay. It'll work out anyway. And then lips. Let's do... What do I got sitting here? Oh, of course there's metallic right there. I missed. What do I have here? I'll just use a little... We'll make her a little red. Lips. You could do paint, whatever you have. This is just a marker. And like I said, I'll trace it when I'm done just to give her, and I like to just kind of do that to lift off some of it so it's not so boom shakalaka in your face, but it's all right if it is. And then let me show you. Dry it a little bit, and then I'll go back with my marker or whatever you're using. You can do paint as well, and I'll just go and kind of like that. And you see, you just and if you you know, you just add shadow and depth. And we'll go here. And let's do her face. I like it sketchy, but like I said, you do whatever way you want. Maybe you have another stamp you want to stamp in there for texture. Maybe you don't, you know. Maybe you want to doodle. But you see, I'm just going to do that. Going to go in like this. And now for the glass. And oh, in here, what I like to do is kind of like just add a little bit, you know, because it looks like, and I'll do this too. Like I'll start and just kind of add a few squiggles. Just to add a little bit of something. And now I'll go around here and I'll just go like this, add in this, and look, there you go. Just very basic, very cute. Like I said, you can go in now and you could doodle in here or add flowers or whatever. You could add a word. If you're like, oh, you know what, this is a bit too dark for me, then go in with pink, go in with yellow, go in with whatever you want. I mean, you can do as simple as, you can take the back of your paintbrush and you can just add some yellow. It'll pull the yellow from her hair. You can go in, I know, this sounds ridiculous, but look, I've done worse. you can go in and just add some, do you know what I mean? Do you see what I'm saying? And just pull it in that way. It doesn't matter. You use your imagination. There's nothing wrong because it's yours. Then you can go in with your dry, you know, with a brush that's dry, and you can lighten it a little bit. See how I'm just kind of pulling it, and it adds a little bit of a, like a shadowy kind of look, or, you know, you can go in and draw while it's still wet. So many things you can do. And then, you know, me, I'm just like, let's put a quote. Now, you know, my quotes are usually breathe, because that's just how my life is, and I have to remind myself all the time to breathe. That's why I always use it. But today I'm going to put, I'm going to just double it up like that. Let's see. And then, obviously I'm not very good at it. You can see it right there. You could stamp, you could do whatever you want. But my writing's like crap. But you could see what I'm saying. Just live life. Be free. And then, you know what's great before you're, if it doesn't, like say you do it and you do your handwriting and you don't like it, which I do a lot, go in with just a wet, I'm just showing you. Let's say you're like, ugh, I mean, it really looks bad, or I spelt it wrong, because let me tell you, I'm not ashamed. I have done things where I've spelt words wrong. When I do quotes, that's why I have to like, put them out and spell them out on a piece of paper. I mean, it's a big thing, and I could even write it out and spell it out, and I still do it wrong. So I don't know if there's any, we can't spell clubs out there. My brain just doesn't function correctly. But as you can see, you could wipe it off before it dries. You can't leave it sit long because it won't. And you can still see little remnants, but to me, it's just texture. But you could go back and wet it a little bit more if you want. I don't want to. And then you could write something else, or like I said, you could take some more and just kind of, if you do the background and you're like, it just doesn't, I'm not digging it, I'm not digging it. It's all right. You don't have to dig it. Just add some around her. And then you can go in and add more blue, get some green. It's just really easy to play around with a few colors and, you know, get what you want. We'll just do a little. Just don't be afraid. That's what I'm trying to show lately, is like, just don't be afraid. That's why I put up the other video. Sometimes I do them and I'm like, meh. And just go in and just blend it a bit. And it'll push that yellow back, but that yellow is still going to be on there. And then you'll have a little bit of mixture of green and the blues, and you could put a sky behind. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not going to keep you here forever while I sit and play, because I could just sit and play. But this is just, like I said, so cute. You got a great ATC, and you could really go from here. Like I said, you got stickers, you have gems, you have whatever. Do a sun, do a cloud, write a word, decorate her, put reflective. I mean, oh gosh, the stuff is endless. So, as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. You guys keep asking me for a shirt. I know, I got to do a shirt. I got to figure out a background and what I want to do. I overthink things way too much. So yeah, so, you know, progress, not perfection. We are just learning. Sometimes I'm going to put videos up that we're going to go back to basics, because so many of you are subscribing to my channel and are new, and you guys are loving like just basics, and I love it, and I'm thrilled. So I'm just so happy. So yeah, some videos will be like this. So I'm sorry for those of you who are like, oh, not so basic. I'm basic. I'm your basic girl. So that is it. Go check out my video down below for our other channel that Dave made. He's so proud of it, and I'm so proud of him. We really, really like it. And his filming and all that kind of stuff. I would really, really appreciate it. And if you like it and you want more content, subscribe. I would appreciate it. And let me know down below what you guys think. And, oh, I could just go on forever, ever, ever, forever, ever, forever, ever. Love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.